in Bargetzi.
And where are you employed?
I'm employed with the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Were you employed with the Tennessee Highway Patrol back on March the 6th of 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have an occasion to make a stop in Dixon County on that night or that day?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay. Can you tell us what originated the reason for the stop?
I received a request from TBI agent D'Arcangelo to help with a traffic stop on a vehicle that they've been observing.
Okay. And what information did you receive from Agent D'Arcangelo with the TBI prior to the stop?
So the information that I received is that it was a silver Honda Civic that was possibly involved in a drug transaction. They had been watching this individual in the car, and he had received a bag of unknown item, and they were following it, leaving their target house that they had been observing as well.
Okay, so they'd been observing a home that obviously they had suspicions on, and then observed what turned out to be Mr. Huggins, that vehicle,
That's correct.
with interacting with someone and receiving a package.
That's correct.
Okay. Did you receive any other information? Well, let me ask you this. Do you know why Agent D'Arcangelo was not able to make the stop?
So he was in a vehicle that was not equipped with emergency lights.
Do you know whether or not he followed Mr. Huggins?
He had been following him for quite some time. When I first received the call, they were somewhere in Nashville. He was following the car on I-40 at the time that he had spoke with me. Said that the vehicle was traveling at a very high rate of speeds, upward of 90 plus miles an hour.
Do you recall when you came into contact with the vehicle?
When I came in contact with the vehicle, he had just recently got off I-40 at the Highway 96 exit.
All right. Did you observe anything about Mr. Huggins or the vehicle that you were observing at the point that you came into contact with him?
When I pulled up behind him at the intersection, I noticed that he was quite close to the vehicle in front of him. He took a left, and when I say quite close, like he was within a car length of the vehicle in front of him. He took a left onto Highway 96 from the exit ramp to where I was able to later pace him at speeds, I believe 55 miles an hour as he entered a 45 mile an hour zone.
At this point in time, Your Honor, I would like to play the video of the stop.
What?
Where'd you say you were?
I should be passing pretty close to that. I'm at the 185 over 4. What's your target car's tag number? And up the bottom. I've got to be right behind you.
It's 03 Bravo Golf Juliet November, and he's picked it on up, so I came here 100. Going at 183 over 4. You give me that thing. I'll try to.
right behind it. What was that tag number one more time? Because I think I'm right behind it. Do what?
It's 031. They took the exit 182. It's up the off ramp about to turn on the 96. It's at the stale red. It's 031 Bravo Golf Juliet to your left. Right
Yeah,
now.
I see it.
Yeah, it's going left. I'm in the white Ultima behind it.
Okay. You gonna let me behind it, or you not want me
Yeah.
to?
All right, get behind it. Yeah, stop it. Just off the Dixon County westbound on that.
All right, I'm gonna stop it for following too close.
Sorry. I'm gonna pull off here to this part of the business.
All right. We're also going 60 and a 45. Try to get to a good crossroad. 3345, 1081. Highway 96, County Road 1847. It's going to be Tessie Tag 031 Bravo Golf Juliet November. Yes, Silver Honda. Alright, I'm going to light them up here. He's stopping.
And Trooper, at this point in time, this is your dash camera that's recording, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and this, anything that's being spoken to right now is not gonna be captured by your dash camera, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and did you have a body camera?
I don't think I was.
Mine is on, am I not talking to it?
No,
Okay.
that's right, it sounded like it was.
And then you have a body camera on as well, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
All right. At this point in time, I'm going to pause this one and move to the body camera footage. And your body camera footage, does that turn on automatically when your blue lights come on, or?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Okay.
He's stopping. Hey man, how are you?
Doing all right?
Yeah, what about yourself? I'm Terry Vargetsu with Tennessee Highway Patrol. The only reason why I stopped you, man, do you notice there's a 45-mile-an-hour zone back there?
3314.
You were going 50 to 55 miles an hour is what I paced at.
45
I also stopped you for following too close to that vehicle in front of you. You remember that? Whenever you pulled onto the main road off the interstate there, you got on the Highway 96 to the left. Yeah, you were right up on the bumper of them. You were within 2 car lengths of them. Just make sure you leave enough space. I'm gonna write you any tickets for it. It's just gonna be a warning, all right? So what I need you to do is, if you'll jump out for me, I'm gonna write you a warning citation. We'll get you on down the roadway, okay? You doing all right today?
Yeah.
What's your name, man?
Kenny Huggins? Kenneth Huggins?
Kenny?
Yep.
Can I call you Kenny? Is that okay? All right, awesome, man. You don't have any weapons or anything on you, do you? Do you mind if I just check? Well, I have you out here. What is that right there? Just money? Right. How much money you got on you, man?
Couple of hundred. I just got paid yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I work at Wendy's as a manager.
Okay.
Work at Wendy's as a manager.
They pay
I
you
make
cash?
16. No, I draw it out of my bank account.
I got you.
I use Cash App.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, let me do you a favor. I'm gonna run that license real quick and make sure everything checks out there, and then we'll get on down the roadway. Okay?
Let me pause that for a minute. Obviously, we just observed the video, but did Mr. Huggins make any statements to you in regards to the traffic violations?
He said that he was aware of that. Correct. Can we go back to that to hear exactly what he said one more time?
Okay. Well, we can, but based on,
I couldn't quite hear him on that.
okay, to your recollection, do you remember whether or not he agreed with you that he had
I
committed
do
these
remember
traffic
that he did.
infractions, or did he disagree with you?
I do remember that he agreed with me.
Okay.
I did what?
I was just following the car in front of me, so I didn't know I was speeding because
Gotcha.
the blue car in front of me.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's okay. Some people do things and they don't mean to, right? Oh, but you remember going that fast?
I did because I was following him.
I got you.
I didn't see him getting behind me, so I wasn't watching my speed.
Okay, it happens, man. I'm just gonna write you a warning citation. No big deal. You there? Yeah, I got the odor of marijuana. So, I mean, I got a reason to search it. You want me to get you involved, or you want me to call for somebody else?
I prefer not to get involved if I don't have to, just because I'm plain clothes.
Yeah, I'll call for somebody else.
All right.
You want to know who it is? Or do you already know?
No, I don't know who he is. The tag doesn't come back with him.
Okay. Yeah, it's Kenneth Huggins. He's nervous as crap.
He should have a substantial amount of powder on him.
Gotcha. He's got a good amount of money in his pocket.
Well, maybe
33.45, 1038.
You said he was Higgins?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me pause it there. Was that you speaking with Agent D'Arcangelo?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Okay. And he's the one who provided you with the information about the speeding and also, I presume, the surveillance you said and the what appeared to be the drug transaction?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the part.
Ford Taurus, Charlie 2876. Passport, I've got a 1083 hold down on 76. Big no walk. Send that. 3438. Yeah.
Heading around the highway.
Hello.
The field road for 1038.
That's what I'm calling. I was like, did he call for 1038?
Yeah, yeah.
420. And we're on square route.
All right, thank you.
What you got?
I'm on camera right now.
I got
But
you.
traffic stop, smell or marijuana.
Demo, same right there.
All right, see. You live in Hendersonville still?
No, I just moved down here to my dad's
Oh, really? Where does your dad live?
in White Bluff, 1013 Jordan Circle, White Bluff. And
Okay.
I work as a manager at the Pilot down in Wendy's. I'm a manager down there. I make $16.50 an hour. I've been working 70 hours a week. I can
feel
show you
you.
my paychecks.
You're good, man.
Let me show you.
You're good. No big deal. I'm not worried about how much.
Well,
you
no,
make.
I kind of felt like when we first got out, he was like on me, and I'm like, oh my God, what did I do?
Oh
You know?
no, that's fine. I'll just brought you out here, like I said, just explain the reason why I stopped you. Like I said, you understand that now, so we're on the same term. So I'm just gonna write you, like I said, a warning citation. Let me ask you this question: is there anything at all I need to know about inside the car now? Okay. When I got up there, I smelled the odor of marijuana.
Yeah,
Vehicle.
a little joint like that.
Little
so I
joint?
thought,
Okay.
Right there.
I'm not too concerned about that.
Okay.
Okay, that's
So
all
I
you
think a
got.
little console. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, no methamphetamine, no heroin. Okay.
No, I don't know.
Anything larger than just that little joint?
No, sir. It's right there.
Any larger amounts of cash over $10,000 or anything like that?
It's all right.
You're good, man. You're good. Any cocaine at all?
No, sir.
Okay. Any needles or anything that's gonna stick or poke me?
No.
Okay. Any firearms in the vehicle or stolen property? Okay. So given on your own admission, there's marijuana inside the car. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna detain you. I'm gonna search the car to make sure what you're telling me is true. So if you'll go ahead and turn around for me, place your hands behind your back. Have you ever been in trouble for anything, man?
Yes, I am.
What have you been in trouble for in the past?
Drugs.
Oh yeah. What kind of drugs have you been in trouble for?
Back in the day, I got caught with
Okay. So I am gonna search you for drugs because you have admitted to marijuana being on your person there and in your car. Are you gonna have any needles? You said you've been in trouble in the past.
3528.
And what I want to do is I'm just gonna hold on to that cash for you, so I'm just gonna count it and make sure it don't go nowhere. Okay.
1084 west is the 12 lane 4. The very high McGarry.
You got anything in your shoes or anything like that? All right. Back to you.
Just briefly, Trooper, Mr. Huggins did admit that he had a joint in the car. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Okay.
All right, can I tell you something?
What's up?
The white car that was behind me when you come off the interstate,
What about it?
he's a cop.
He's a cop.
He's a cop.
What do you mean?
I picked him out when I was leaving because I left my friends in Madison,
Take a seat right there.
and he was following me.
Uh-huh.
And when I slowed down and got over in another lane where he could get up beside me, he seen that I slowed down where he couldn't follow me no more, and he shook his head. Then he started going slow.
Yeah.
And then I seen you with your blue lights on way back up the interstate.
Uh-huh.
Way back up the interstate. So,
I got you.
So, you know,
Well, I was coming up here because Cheatham County was in pursuit of somebody.
that's what I'm saying. That guy was a cop. You know what I got in my car. You're not dumb. I'm not dumb. You know what's
What
in
are you
there.
talking about?
You know what's in my car. You know what's in there.
Marijuana?
No, you know what's in there. You know what? Come on, man, stop.
Well, what's in there?
You know what's in. You named off everything. You named off everything pretty much.
Everything that's in there?
Pretty much, yeah, you named it all off.
All right, cool.
I mean, that's not a coincidence. I really just don't see a coincidence. Like,
Okay.
you knew where my whereabouts was because of the guy in the
I'm
white
a state
car.
trooper. I don't know who drives a white car. So, but, all right, man. Well, thanks for letting me know.
You was gonna find it anyway. I mean,
Where's it at?
in the console and on the
Step back.
and in the back of the floorboard. I mean, you
In
was
the back
going,
and the floorboard.
you was gonna find it anyway. You knew what you was looking for.
You been
knew-
drinking today?
No,
Okay.
it was. I got set up, is what it was.
You got set up by who?
A dude in Nashville.
I don't know who the hell you're talking about, man. I'm just a dang trooper come down here to help. Like I said, the drug task force was in pursuit of somebody who went into Nashville up into Cheatham County was the whole reason why I was down here. And I just happened to be turning around.
362, what vehicle is the tow?
It'll be the Ford Escape.
No.
3345. I'm gonna go ahead and have one in custody. He's admitted to marijuana being in the vehicle and says there's a bunch of other stuff on here.
Copy, not to every.
Is there anything in there that's gonna have fentanyl?
No,
No.
that's all it is was a pound of weed, a half ounce of cocaine, and a fucking ounce of meth.
Okay, so that's what I was in there.
Yeah, but I mean, what? See, and the reason why I know this, you might be not knowing some of it, but when I met the dude, he come out and did something he had never done, and he handed it to me like he held it out with it wrapped up in a like a shirt. Then come around, got in the car, and was talking on the phone to somebody, and all that money right there, that's my money from work. That's not from, just selling drugs and making it. My last 3 paychecks was $914, $1,062, and $857.
I got
I
you.
worked 19 days straight. But after I left there and was coming back this way, that's when there was a white Nissan Maxima, and he was following me.
How
And I-
far was he following?
From the Wedgewood exit in Nashville, when I got on the interstate there, he come up beside me and he looked at me funny, and I'm like, damn, what's the dude's problem? So I went on, got on over, and continued to drive, making my way home, and damn, it was hurting.
I locked him, didn't I?
Yeah,
Don't try to.
I was
hold
pushing
on.
it up my wrist. So as I get on the interstate, well then I got to noticing no matter what I did, if I changed lanes, he changed lanes.
Have you ever seen him before?
No, never seen him. And so I'm like, all right, I'll fix his ass. So I slowed down right there around about Charlotte Pike.
Okay.
I slowed down. He run up beside me and passed me, and then when he seen what I did, he shook his head like damn, he knows what I am now.
Gotcha.
He knows what's going on.
I got you.
And somewhere in between there, they must have radioed you. Or something like that, because then from way back, I see your blue lights for over a mile and a half back.
Oh, really?
So me knowing what this guy just did, and me seeing the blue lights, I knew what it was all about.
I got you.
The dude set me up from out there.
I got
So
you.
evidently his ass got busted. He set me up,
Uh-huh.
you know, and somewhere in between, I guess the drug task force that was on the other side, I guess they might have got it twisted, and they thought I was coming down that way, and they had blocked the wrong side of the interstate on, and I was
Oh.
coming this way.
They were chasing after a silver F-150.
Oh, was that okay?
Yeah, there's a silver F-150. They chased him in Nashville. They lost him for a second, and they picked him back up. Like I said, that's when they called me. So I was coming back down this way because they said he had a decent address.
Okay, I understand. But yeah, I was set up, dude.
I got you. All right, man.
It's crazy because I was doing good, you know what I'm saying? I just got, like, this right here is the first time well, not the first, the second time I went down there and got this shit. You know,
Really?
the second time.
I got you. All right, man.
Hey, is there any way I can call my dad where they can come and get the vehicle? My dad's 68 years old.
Man,
That's not even my car.
We'll have to talk about that. I'm not gonna make any promises I can't keep. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of person. What's going on, man? You got any set of latex?
Yeah.
So he said he's got about an ounce of methamphetamine, about a pound of weed, probably about an ounce of cocaine.
Pharmacy there.
Yeah. He said everything you named off, I have it. So
Might have black ones too.
he said there ain't no fentanyl or nothing like that in there, but thank you. Been doing all right?
Can you explain? You live over this way?
No.
I don't think so.
They were chasing that guy, drug task force, and they
Yeah.
were coming up my way. And then I got a phone call.
Got you. This wouldn't be down there too.
No.
Nashville's home for hip hop and R&B. 101.1 The Beat.
Put that up there.
How you my blood and you say you gon' pop me? All over loyalty, never about that. Don't mention my name if you mention him. Don't mention my name if you mention him. Stop taking drugs. How you gon' play me? I can't come on. Starburger, how do you
You know what? Oh, no, that's a headlight.
I'm sorry, I'm head down, XP, phone that pass me a truck. You looking up to that bird. Get on my business, no concern. I get the digging this shit when I learn. I love the treasures, the shit is eternal. I'm in the murder. My brother, that man that I serve. Whatever you're thinking, I can be hurt. If they gon' catch me, them niggas gon' murder. Get my opportunity, come on. I love them. Say they ain't hurt. I'ma see you love them. I'm murder.
The rest of it's in the trunk, I think.
3354.
Let it go under the seat.
There's the weed.
lot of that.
Yeah.
Stop it here. Trooper Bargatze did, Bargatze, I'm sorry, I said it wrong again.
okay.
Did you, it appears based on the video, there were 2 bags of white powder and 1 large bag of what appeared to be marijuana. Did you find anything, any other contraband in the car?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And at this point, state doesn't have any further questions of this witness. If you'll just answer any questions of the defense. And Judge, I will submit these as exhibits, but I've got the other ones on there as well that I need to submit, so.
All right, we'll
late
show
file
it just
those.
as a combined exhibit then.
Yes, Judge.
Mark it as exhibit 1 combined. All right, Mr. Locker, do you have questions?
Before being contacted by the TBI agent, were you just working the interstate, or what were you doing this day?
So I was assigned to the interstate, yes.
Okay. All right. And were you doing interdiction work, or just looking for speeders, or looking for whatever?
I was just doing my daily duties as
Okay.
a state trooper.
And do you listen to Nate on your radio while you're sitting there?
Who knows sometimes.
So when you received a call, you followed Mr. Huggins' vehicle, just ballpark distance-wise, before you stopped him, just approximately?
Maybe a couple miles.
Okay. And did you discuss with Agent Bargatze or anyone else what you would use as probable cause to stop the vehicle?
I was discussing to myself.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And it's not a typical traffic stop. You were looking for a reason to pull this vehicle over. Is that correct?
He had already told me that he was going 90 miles an hour, but I try to develop my own probable cause when I
Okay.
can.
And he told you anything about what he believed was in the car as far as types of drugs or contraband or amounts or anything of that nature?
No, sir, not that I recall.
And the body cam video activates when the lights went on?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever walk up to the driver's side of the door and ask for a driver's license or anything of that nature?
I think the video showed me walking up to the passenger side.
Okay. But do you recall ever walking up to the driver's side?
Not that I recall.
Okay. But between the dash cam and the body cam, that's going to show everything that transpired from the stop or getting off that exit
Yes, sir.
on forward. Okay. As far as him following too close behind the vehicle, that's because when he came off the exit, he was within 2 car lengths of the vehicle in front of him?
Yes, sir. He was within 2 car lengths, and if you can even see in the video, it looked like he was within 1 car length.
Okay. And when you ask about the speed, he said he was following a blue car, and he didn't say he was speeding, did he? He said he didn't realize it.
He just didn't realize it, but he did agree with what I was saying.
Okay. And you advised, either you advised Agent Bargatsky or you were talking to yourself when you said, I'm going to light him.
This is Trooper Bargatze.
I'm
It's a
sorry,
different
I'm sorry,
agent.
Dark Angel.
I mean, he may have been talking to himself.
Agent Dark Angel, I apologize, Trooper Bargatsky. We don't usually deal with Bargatzes and Dark Angels in court, so. But between the two, I think Bargatsky's better than being a Dark Angel, so. When you said you were going to light him up, were you talking to yourself or to?
Yes, sir. It's
Dark Angel.
It's a common practice that I talk to
Okay.
myself.
Okay. Well, and you know your recorder's on.
Correct.
It's a good way to keep an audio record at least.
That's correct.
All right. Overall, he was cooperative with you,
Yes, sir.
and the best you can tell, he shot pretty straight with you about what was in the vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Did you question him any more about what was in the vehicle, other than what we saw, that conversation? Did you question him later on, either recorded or not recorded, about what had happened in Nashville or what he had in the vehicle?
No, sir, I did not.
And was he taken from the scene of the arrest by a drug task force?
I took him from the scene of the arrest to their office.
Okay. And did you go in and participate in any of the questioning there?
No, I don't think that I did.
Okay. Did you ever advise Mr. Huggins of his Miranda rights?
Not that I recall.
If you did there at the scene, it would be on there somewhere.
Yes, sir.
All right. And when you're asking about the target car license tag, are you saying you would have pulled him over even if you hadn't seen him following too closely or speeding,
Yes, sir.
based on the information you had received from Agent Dark Angel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is there a reason that you like to go ahead and try to verify some probable cause?
It's
yourself?
just my common practice.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Redirect.
Just briefly, Judge. Just to clarify the question that was asked by Mr. Lockhart, you testified that you received information in regards to the speeding of over 90 miles an hour from Agent Darkangelo. But did you also receive information about his surveillance of a drug transaction
Yes,
that he
ma'am.
had been observing in the unmarked car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that was prior to the stop?
That's correct.
Okay. don't think I have any further questions. Thank you.
Any recross?
What details did Agent Dark Angel give you in regard to what he suspected to be a drug transaction?
He gave me that he had been watching the house. He had been watching this target vehicle. He didn't know who was in the car at the time, but he watched a transaction take place.
What did he describe as far as the transaction?
It looked like that somebody walked out to the vehicle with a bag in their hand, placed the bag into the car, handed it to him, and then the car later left.
Okay. And also advised that that vehicle was doing some 92 miles an hour,
It's not 90 plus.
90 plus, and did he advise if that was in Davidson County or Cheatham County or Williamson County or where?
I don't recall.
Okay. But to your knowledge, it was not in Dixon County.
I don't recall what county it was in at the time that we were there.
If you received a call from another county that someone is speeding, do you normally follow that vehicle and then pull them over for speeding in another county?
Can you say that one more time?
All right, let's say you get a call from, whether it's a TBI agent or a road deputy, that somebody was speeding in Cheatham County on I-40 doing in excess of 90. Would you normally find that car and pull them over in another county?
If it was credible from another officer, number one, and number two, yes, it could be common practice. I've been known to follow cars that continue to observe their behavior.
Based on being contacted about speeding?
Being contacted about speeding or other items, right, other investigations.
And I understand the other investigation, but just speeding alone, do you typically follow cars where you've received information from another county that that vehicle was speeding in another county?
Yes, when it's from another credible officer.
Okay. That's all the questions I have.
Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Sergeant. You may step down and have a seat in the courtroom.
Your
Call your
Honor.
next witness.
And Your Honor, may he be released if he wishes?
Yes, you're released if you need to go about your work.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the state would call Special Agent Paul Dark Angelo.
You'll raise your right hand and be placed under oath. I do.
My name is Paul Darkangelo,
And we're,
Darkangelo.
and where are you employed?
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
All right. How long have you been employed by the TBI?
Since 2019, August.
All right. And are you assigned to a specific area or just through the TBI?
I'm assigned to the 15th Judicial District, and then also as a task force officer for Homeland Security investigations.
All right. Were you working back on March the 6th of 2023?
Yes, I was.
What were you doing that day?
We were conducting an ongoing long-term drug investigation.
All right. And where were you conducting that investigation?
That particular day, we were doing surveillance on a known target's residence in the South Nashville area.
What did you observe at that, I guess you said it was a home, or was it an apartment complex? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Yes, ma'am. It was a house, and if my memory serves correctly, it's 755 Alloway Street.
Okay. What did you observe there?
We had got information that our target that we were investigating there was involved in or planning to conduct numerous drug transactions that day. Myself and other agents, investigators had set up surveillance on the residence and observed our target meet with several cars and conduct what appeared to be drug transactions.
And do you know if, at some point, whether or not one of those target cars involved Mr. Huggins?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the first
Did
part?
one of those target cars that you observed involve Mr. Huggins?
It did.
And I realize that you may not have known his name at the time, but did you observe him in some sort of a drug transaction?
Yes, ma'am. I couldn't see him personally in the vehicle. I could just tell that the vehicle was occupied by the driver, obviously, and he pulled up in front of our target residence.
Did you see any exchange?
Our target of our investigation walked out to his vehicle and had something in his hands, pointing through the window. They engaged in conversation very briefly and conducted what appeared to be a drug transaction to the passenger side window of the vehicle, and then the vehicle soon drove off.
Did you get the tag information from that vehicle?
I got the tag of the vehicle. I can't recall if I got the information back, like if we ran the tag at that particular time, if it was at a later time.
Okay, but you knew what the tag number was, correct?
Yes,
And did you follow that vehicle?
I did.
How far did you follow that vehicle, if you recall?
I followed it all the way up until the trooper stopped the vehicle.
Okay. Did you observe any traffic infractions during that time period?
Yes, I did.
And what did you observe?
Once we were out of the downtown Nashville area and onto I-40 West, the driver of the vehicle began driving very erratically, driving in excess of 90 miles an hour, and in my opinion, an attempt to elude my surveillance of him.
Okay. Were you in a marked patrol vehicle?
No, ma'am.
Did you have blue lights available?
No.
Did you reach out to any other agency to try to stop this vehicle?
I think one of our other investigators attempted to contact Metro Nashville Police Department. They advised they didn't have anybody available to assist.
Did you ultimately reach out to the state trooper?
Yes, ma'am. Once they advised that they didn't have anybody to assist, I contacted Highway Patrol and requested a trooper to assist us in that traffic stop.
All right. At this point in time, you had information to believe that Mr. Huggins, or at that point, I know you don't know who he was, but the driver of that vehicle was in possession of narcotics.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Let me ask you this. Did you have any other prior information that Mr. Huggins would be coming that day to that home?
Yes, ma'am. As part of our long-term investigation that we were conducting, we also had a court-authorized wiretap on a target telephone. We had intercepted a phone call and text messages or text messages indicating that a individual was coming to Mr. Gleaves' house, which is our target in Nashville, to purchase narcotics.
And was that individual ultimately determined to be Mr. Huggins?
It was.
Okay. And did he make statements on that wire that you were able to view or listen to that requested drugs?
Yes.
Did you interview Mr. Huggins
Yes, I did.
on this date, March 6, 2023?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Where did you interview him at?
We used the interview room at the 23rd Judicial Drug Task Force.
Do you recall whether or not Mr. Huggins was ultimately arrested and taken into custody that day on a warrant or charge?
I don't believe he was ultimately arrested after the interview.
Okay. So he was released from the interview room?
Correct.
Was Mr. Huggins read his Miranda rights at the interview room?
Yes, he was.
Did you see him sign a form?
Yes, I did.
Did Mr. Huggins also give consent to search his phone?
He did.
And did he sign a consent form for that search as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
Hold them if you want and tell me what each of those are.
So this one is a Miranda waiver. It's got the Miranda warnings typed onto it, and then it is signed by with Mr. Huggins and myself and the witnessing investigator that was with me.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Sorry, the other form is the consent to search form. It is a 23rd Drug Task Force document authorizing the consent to search his cell phone.
Your Honor, at this point, I'd like to make that an exhibit.
So we're making both of those forms a collective exhibit.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. This was exhibit 3, 2.
Your Honor, at this point, I would like to try to play portions of the video.
Go back. If you do that, you do, and you come work for us,
All right, this is
and
not.
you still won't do it, you ain't even got to step foot back in that motherfucker, man. Not one foot. Don't. Go back. If you do what we ask you to do.
And if there's no opposition, the first 3 minutes of it is just Mr. Huggins sitting there. So if nobody opposes, I'd like to,
You have any opposition, Mr.
No
White?
opposition, Your
All
Honor.
right, fast forward, please.
if it will let me.
I know the court would like to get out early, so I don't oppose that.
Court has given up the hope of getting out early. So.
Bill, we say this and now it's. Has a mind of its own, Your Honor. All right, well, we're close enough to it, Judge. We're almost to the 3-minute mark. I'll
All
try
right.
not to mess with it anymore.
Captain?
What's up, man? I ain't got you.
Yeah.
You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Get these things off of you, got your little leg guard on. There it is. There you go, man. All right, guys. Is that Jim? Yeah. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I'll go. You too, man. Hold on just a second. Okay. What's up, man?
Shit went down here real quick today, I know that. Tried to outrun them and everything.
You know, it didn't work out for me.
Me being high on weed, not thinking, when I got the separation, should have thrown the goddamn shit out the window, but when you're high on weed, you don't think about that at the moment.
Right.
Cause I seen the trooper coming from 1.5 miles back, with his blue lights on, like, dude followed me all the way from Nashville, so I already know what time it is, but it never dawned on me to just, oh, hey, throw this shit out the goddamn window, idiot. You know, it's crazy as hell, man.
We'll talk about everything in just a minute whenever he comes back in here.
I'm pretty sure I know who busted me and all that, because there ain't but one guy I told where I was at, you know, so pretty sure I know who busted me.
Well,
I just did it for years.
did you really?
Yeah, I've been, this month, the 27th of this month, I've been out 2 years.
Damn.
The last 3 weeks, I've been working my ass off at the Wendy's at the Pilot down in Dixon. I'm, manager, 16, 15 hour. I've been working 70 hours a week. So the money I had in my pocket and this, that's from my paychecks. I just went and got this, you know what I'm saying? So, and I can pull it up on my phone and show you my 3 paychecks.
We'll talk about it. I'll just say, let him come back in here, okay? And we'll dive into it a little bit deeper. You got maybe a Miranda over there somewhere? Yep. All right, dude. I think he knows that.
That's yours? Yeah, Fortune, no.
Okay. That's small shit. But, hey, I'm Special Agent D'Arcangelo, TBI, okay? Before we get going too far, whenever he does Miranda rights. Yeah. You can read them or I can read them to you. You know what they are.
Yes.
But I'll read them to you real quick, okay? So it says, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You got the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have him with you during questioning. If you can't afford to hire a lawyer, one can be appointed to represent you before any question if you wish one. If you decide to answer any questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. So that's your rights, and this is the waiver of them. It just says that you've read this statement of your rights, you understand them, you're willing to make a statement, answer questions. You don't want a lawyer at this time, and you understand and know what you're doing. No promises or threats have been made to you, and no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against you. So we're not twisting your elbow to talk to us. You're wanting to talk to us on your own free will. If that's true, sign right there for me.
Just a poor boy trying to make a living with a little extra buying money, because my dad's 68 years old. His wife's 40. His wife's 42, and the Honda, it needs a new torque converter. And it just seemed like it was never ending. I was always paying for something, so I was like, man, I cannot make enough money, you know?
Well, let's start here though. Is this your current address?
No.
Andersonville? What's your current address?
1013 Jordan Circle, White Bluff. When I got out of prison 2 years ago, I came to my dad's to live, and I've been living down here for 2 years, doing good up until I decided to make some extra money, and like I said, shit went downhill real quick.
Well, you on parole?
No, I flattened my last sentence.
All flat?
Yeah.
What were you in prison for?
I got caught up in Hendersonville at that address selling heroin. The guy set me up. I got caught with $65,000, a money counter, a ledger book of $20,000, triple beans, baggies, heroin.
You're doing it up.
Whole 9 yards.
For 5 years, for 5 years I sold in the town, and the drug task force there, I got arrested by them back when I was 19, so I know Sumner County, because that's where I lived all my life. I've never lived down here. I just come down here 2 years ago, because I got out, lost everything, popped 68, fixing to die, and get back into doing stupid shit.
How old are you?
45.
45. You don't look that old.
Yeah. I told everybody you were mid-30s.
That's what I guess.
Everybody says 30.
Everybody says I'm mid-40s.
He looks older than he is.
All right, dude. So obviously, I followed you all the way from Nashville.
Oh, yeah. Because you shook your head and you was like, God damn it, he got me. He was like, damn it, I seen,
Yeah, you let me in. The whole 9 yards. I came all the way out. You know what's up.
I mean, did you follow me to Nashville, or was it just coming back?
But I'm not going to show you all my old card and take a card there.
Well, I mean, I know what's up now, since I know that he's with the 23rd, So, yeah.
Oh, I'm not with the 23rd.
Or, whatever.
You just came out this way, and I know these dudes, so they're letting me use their office. But that being said, so obviously you went down there and bought this dope over here, correct? Just for simplicity, where'd you get from?
Over off of Wedgewood. I mean, you followed me from Wedgewood.
So explain what street off of Wedgewood?
Ala something, I can't remember the last part of it. Ala Cass, I don't know, Ala something. Every time I go there, I look for the Ala.
So when you turn off Wedgewood on the South 8th Street, which way do you turn next? At the big intersection right there off Wedgewood.
I'm going to pause it here and just ask you, obviously you've already testified in regards to the Miranda being given to him. Was that your partner that was in there during that time period?
He was he's a co-case agent. That's Detective Matthew Edwards from the Wilson County Sheriff's Office.
At this point, Your Honor, if I'm understanding the motion to suppress at this point in time, it's a motion to suppress the statement due to failure to give Miranda. So instead of playing the entire statement, I would like to skip to the next portion of the video that discusses the cell phone
All right.
waiver.
The other house down below.
Yeah, not the very, if you're going down the street, when you get to the last house on the right, his little homie lives right next to it, so it's like the second to last. Now, every once in a while, he'll have him serve me when he's paranoid, I guess, or geeked up on powder or whatever.
What's he look like?
Tall, skinny, black guy, hair kind of tight. I believe he drives some kind of black Charger.
Try to skip ahead to it if it will.
Pick him up, and y'all get what y'all need. What you talking about? I'm like, bitch, look, I'm coming up Thursday, the money. But, yeah, it's not right. Man, I've been around the world back. You know, right now, yeah, 'cause I got that not so fresh, you know?
Well, think about the alternative though, and nobody wants to do that. Even somebody that, like you, who can go in there and do it, no problem. You know you can go in there and lay down and do your time, no problem.
I could.
I believe it,
It's
but
my dad.
you don't want to.
It's my dad.
And your dad, that's another thing to think about. That's time missed.
It's my dad. If my dad wasn't in that
Right.
shape, I wouldn't have said a motherfucking thing.
Here's the thing, you can go home if your dad would have to know about it.
None of it. None of it.
Oh, he knows what's up right now, 'cause my ass ain't home like I should be, so, yeah, right about now, he's like,
Swearing the word.
yeah, right about now, he's like.
Well, you had a donut on the car, didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you have a donut? top?
No, it didn't have, the hubcap, it came off. No, those are the factory rims with hubcaps.
Yes.
I spent $1,500 to put all brand new Goodyears on that car from his wife. Driving the goddamn hell out of it doing the door dash.
Well, here's the thing, I mean, luckily I was able to get TSP not to tow your vehicle, so
Yeah, save
we
you.
saved it here, so you'll be able to roll with it.
I gotta give you more credit, that goddamn highway patrol officer. You gotta get, that motherfucker's is silly, man. So he pulls me over, right? And, you know, I had like a half a joint in there that I smoked off of fucking hour or two ago. I didn't even throw that motherfucker out. That's how big a stupid ass I am. I didn't even throw that motherfucker out.
Well, definitely wasn't matter for that now.
Yeah, or even if I'm already full, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, well, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at light, I'm like, oh, well, here we go. This is slipping in real bad.
Yeah.
Because I already knew that something was set up because I seen him coming, you know?
Well,
So he gets me out of the car, and I already know, and a state trooper ain't gonna get you out of the car just to give you a citation for something about being too close to the car in front of me, which was a total bullshit lie, because he was not close enough to see that. Anything he said, it was, and then, you know, he comes off the interstate, because I just took off, because he was like, because I had him in front, right? So he was kind of like holding back. I'm like, oh, okay, I see what's up. So I just gone, you know. I see the trooper, so he's got me pulled out, you know, out of the car. He's like, I'm just gonna write you a citation. I'm thinking like, no, no, that motherfucker ain't fixing to write me no citation shit, you know. So he gets back out, and then he's like, so, you know, I smell weed in the car, you know, is there anything in there? I said, yeah, there's a little half a joint. But at this point, like somewhere, I came into the tunnel line, when he comes back, he's like, so you ain't got any ice or powder or, you know, fentanyl? Well, the first two things that he said, I was like, that is like, you know, you know, like
light bulbs are turning on.
yeah, like, I'm like, oh, okay, so he knows what's up. He was sent to fucking pull me over, and that's why I was running from his motherfucking ass, trying to get my ass and gone, but I get off the interstate and the light's red.
You were hauling ass coming down that interstate.
They were
I
all-
have trouble with it.
I think I may have missed over the portion, Judge. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can back it up.
flattening a 7-year sentence. running from the police, but drugs got me that sentence. I got pulled over, had some powder and weed on me, I went to jail, I made bond, I got out. This motherfucker owed me for like 5 pounds of weed. I'm like, man, I need my money, I got pulled over, I gotta get me an attorney. And then he's like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, bitch, look, I'm coming up Thursday, if the money's not in the mailbox, I'm gonna keep your goddamn door in, I'm going in, I'm gonna take every fucking thing you got, bitch, you know? You owe me my money, my ass is in trouble, I'm trying to get out, you know? No, he wanna play stupid, you know, he wanna play like, oh, he's a bitch, no, motherfucker, you're gonna be fucked up. I went up there, I kicked his goddamn door open, just like I told him I was going to. I took every gun in the house, and then took Cheatham County on a high-speed chase from New Hope Road exit all the way to goddamn Brick Church Pike, no, Licton Pike. But, yeah, it's not right. Man, I've been around the world back again, bro, I'm telling you. But, okay, yeah, let's do what we gotta do, man.
All right, so,
I just feel so fucked up. I need some Massengill right now, yeah, 'cause I got that not so fresh feeling, you know?
Well, think about the alternative though, and nobody wants to do that. Even somebody that, like you, who can go in there and do it, no problem. You know you can go in there and lay down and do your time, no problem.
I could.
I believe it.
But it's
But
my dad.
you don't want to.
It's my dad.
And your dad, that's another thing.
I think I thought I was putting it in military time, but I think I didn't actually, Judge. I'm sorry. The confusion. It's late. Indeed.
Come up a hill. As soon as you get to the top of the ridge, there's a road to the left and a road to the right. Jordan Circle is right on the right.
all right, so, we need to dump your phone. The guy's over there, he's firing up his machine. So, you have 2 options with that, and obviously the one that I want you to go towards is give me consent to search it.
Yeah.
That keeps me from having to go to court and file a search warrant. And that also means you get to go home with your phone. Yeah, I'll get you to show it to me if you don't mind, and I'm gonna get him to dump it just so I can tell my boss I did.
I mean, the only thing that's gonna be on there is like text between him and me about me coming and picking up whatever.
And that's all.
And then, there's another guy like that I sold to, it's all about weed. It's like everything you see on there is all about weed.
And
See, that's why I told you the truth. That ice and that fucking powder was mine. Because I know you're gonna search the phone and pull it down.
Yeah.
Everything on there.
And
Everything
here's the
on
thing too, like, it's cool that you buy pounds of weed and not like $20 a week.
Yeah.
But I really don't give a shit about the weed.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want the powder, we want the
Yeah,
meth,
yeah.
we want the stuff that's killing people.
Yeah,
Um,
I understand. I have never done no ice before in my life until here recently, because when I got locked up, my people on the street were like, man, ice is everywhere, man, it's the new cocaine. I've never done none before in my life. I just recently started doing it. I said, hell, well, I started when I was driving the truck for my homeboy. I bought like an 8-ball for $50 from the dude.
What kind of cell phone is this?
It is a Samsung Galaxy A32. He said $50. Hell, so tonight, I'm like, hey, well, how much is an ounce? He says $150. I'm like, I don't say anything. He's like, oh, you there? I'm like, damn, bro, you could have told me it was 150 and I wouldn't have been spinning 50 on an 8 ball and I could just, got.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's called busting your head,
Sign and print next to it, please. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get this over there to him so you can fire it up so that we're not here all day.
Just to show, is this the portion where he's signing the consent to search his phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Get you out of here, get us out of here.
And they,
Please.
what is
3623.
And it is 8:40 PM.
If you can, maybe just print your name, like underneath it right there, be good. Where's he at? I'll take it to him, you finished what you're doing.
He's all the way, well, you wanna go ahead and show it to him? It was just a text messages from tonight, let's just show it, let's just look at that.
I'm going to pause it here. Agent Arcangelo, did Mr. Huggins at any point in time ask to be represented by an attorney during this interview?
Not that I recall.
Did he agree to cooperate and provide y'all information during this interview?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And was he allowed to leave, not in custody after this interview?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I don't have any further questions at this point. Thank you.
Mr. Locker, do you have cross-examination?
And if I'm sorry, let me rephrase. I do want to admit these videos as well, Judge, but if I can just admit it at the end as a collective exhibit of all the videos.
All right.
Okay, thank
Collective exhibit.
just one.
Yes.
As far as the transaction you observed, do you know how many officers would have had video cameras observing or videoing that transaction?
I don't.
But at least one.
I believe we had a poll camera on the residence at that time.
Okay. And you believed it was a narcotics transaction, and that's not based just solely on your observation of the transaction, is it?
No, sir, it's not.
That includes wiretap conversations, text, other things you've seen that indicated a transaction was going to take place.
That's correct.
Was he pretty cooperative with you?
Oh, yes, sir, he was.
When he left and he was allowed to leave, did you or any other officers or agents meet with him again to discuss him cooperating or doing anything of that nature?
We did not.
Did you contact him by phone and talk to him?
I don't recall if I attempted to call him back or not, but we had other reasons not to do so.
Okay. So as far as you know, there won't be, after he leaves Drug Task Force, there's not going to be another officer that you're aware of talking to him or taking a statement or recording him?
No, sir.
Okay.
Well, you said recording him.
Yes.
We did intercept him on the wire after this incident.
Okay. And what was the nature of that intercept? Not talking about who, but just what was the nature of it?
So the defendant called a third-party individual, who that individual then three-way called our target telephone, which is how we intercepted the phone call. And he basically just explained the whole situation about him getting stopped and him thinking that the individual in Nashville was, had snitched on him. But he in fact told him everything about our interview and everything like that, which is why we didn't reach back out to him
Okay.
after the fact.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Redirect, General. All right, thank you, Agent. You may step down.
Thank you.
Have a seat in the courtroom. State may call your next witness. State has rested their proof. Mr. Lockhart, do you wish to offer any proof?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm going to call Mr. Huggins.
Mr. Hudgens, you'll come forward. Raise your right hand.
If you would state your full name for the court.
Kenneth Wayne Huggins.
And Mr. Huggins, you observed the video and listened to the audio that's been shown today.
Yes, I have.
Based on what you've advised me, do you believe there are some discrepancies and/or things missing in the video of your stop?
Yes.
If you would explain to the court what you mean by that.
Well, what was showed tonight and what we have on our CD shows in two entirely different things.
Okay?
On the CD we watched right here, it shows the trooper driving down the road, and then he gets out and goes to the passenger side of my vehicle. But in our video that we have, he's driving down the road doing 45, and he slammed it. It shows him slamming it in park. Then it shows him jumping on the phone to the TBI agent. Then it shows him getting out, going to the passenger side of the vehicle. But that's just what it shows. But there's about 4 minutes of an interaction that me and the trooper had that it don't show on there. That's been cut out. It's been edited.
What is that? What is missing?
When he pulls me over, he got out of his vehicle. He came up to the driver's side car. He said, "Sir, the reason why I stopped you is when you was coming off the exit ramp back at the 96 exit, I observed you following the car too closely." And I said, "No, sir. No, sir, you didn't. I know exactly where you was at. You was 2 miles behind me. I seen you turn your blue lights on and off." I said, "And when I come off the interstate, there was nobody in front of me, but you didn't see me come off, and there was nobody in front of me when I came off the interstate. So try again." He said, "Well, the second reason why I pulled you over tonight is I paced you doing 49. And I said, "No, sir. There's two cars in front of me. There's no way I was speeding." I said I was doing like 45, 46 miles an hour because I got two cars in front of me. And at that moment, he walked away, went back to the vehicle, got back in his vehicle, and then it was, 4 or 5 minutes later, he gets out, and then he comes to the passenger side the second time, and he walks up and he says, "Well, as I said before, I paced you doing 55. And I said, in which he squats down, beside the car. So you can't hear what I'm saying because he squats down and his body cam can't pick it up. And I tell him what I exactly tell him because, they said they couldn't hear. But exactly what I told him is I said, well, we just went through this just a few minutes ago because you told me I was doing 49 and told me I was speeding. And now you're saying I'm doing 55. I said, we just went through this. And I said, and I wasn't doing none of that. So I don't know why we're having this conversation again.
All right. Anything else? Well, let me ask you this. Do I have a copy of that part of any video?
Yes, that's what we have, like,
The driver's side?
no,
Okay.
that's what's being excluded. That's what was not put in there.
Anything else about the video that we've seen or not seen that you need to tell the court?
Yeah, when I had Tyler Howard as my public defender, and he came over to the jail, and the first CD that me and him watched together, it was different than the CD that me and you got now. And when you became my attorney, I told you to get that CD from Tyler Howard that he had got, presumably from the DA's office, because we needed to watch it. So when you took my case, you went and got my files from him, and you asked him, well, where's the CD at that you had for Mr. Huggins? He proceeded to tell you, I don't know what he's talking about. So then you got this CD that we have in our possession now, and when me and you watched it, the first thing I told you is this is different than the first CD that Tyler Howard had. I said, this is different. I said, when it shows the trooper doing 45 and then all of a sudden slamming it in park at 45 miles an hour, I said, you can see that that's being tampered with. I said, but that wasn't in the first CD that Tyler had. And then as we watched it, and he comes to the passenger side, well, in the one that my public defender had, he says, well, as I said before, I paced you doing 55 miles an hour. That's what was said in the first one. Then in ours, when we was watching it, he walks up and says, he just walks up and says, well, I paced you at 55. Like, there's big discrepancies in all of that.
All right. And moving on to when they took you to the drug task force, we'll look at a copy of the Miranda waiver and the consent on the phone search.
Yeah, I've got them in my possession right over there at the table.
Right. And did you sign both of those?
I signed the one for for my telephone. That's the one that I signed.
All right.
That whatever signature that is on the Miranda waiver, you can clearly look at the one that I did sign that's in black ballpoint pen compared to the other one. You can see that that's not my signature in no shape, form, or fashion. You don't have to be a handwriting expert to see that there's a difference in the signature.
It's your testimony, you never signed any Miranda waiver.
No, because I got a piece of paper over there that was in my motion discovery that was signed by Jeff Ball and some other signature at the bottom. And in there, it says Miranda waiver, it says no. Then when you became my attorney, I asked you, I said, I've got this paper. It was in my motion, about the phone. I said, but where's the Miranda waiver at? And then 2 months later, you bring it to me. So it was a total of 14 months before you was given the Miranda waiver, which is something that clearly states, in my motion that it said, no, there was no Miranda waiver. So if it says that there's no Miranda waiver, then where did this come from?
And you're saying that is not your signature on
No,
the-
no, that's not my signature. I mean, this is my signature right here for the telephone. You can clearly see the difference.
I don't need to make it an exhibit, it's already been.
Well, those two have already been made an exhibit, but if you want to make your copies an exhibit as well, that's fine.
Identical copy.
All right.
That's all the questions I have, Your Honor.
General Walter Generowski, do you wish to cross-examine the defendant?
Mr. Huggins, was your image, was that you on the video that we played today?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Were those your statements that you were making to the officer on the video?
Yes.
Okay. And you saw the video in the interview room where, do you recall? Let me rephrase that. You were in the interview room with Agent D'Arcangelo and the other agent, is that correct?
Yep.
All right. And whether or not you signed the waiver that was on video, you heard them read it to you, is that correct?
Yeah, I've seen all that, but my testimony is that I didn't sign that.
Okay,
Now-
but what I'm asking
Yeah.
you is, you heard them read you your Miranda warning.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a video look any way you want to nowadays, just like.
So
what
are you saying that
saying?
this entire video was altered and edited and is not you and not your statements?
No, I mean, not all of it's altered, not all of it. I
Okay.
mean, there's portions that's been altered.
Do you agree that they read to you the Miranda rights
I
on
mean,
video?
that's been 28 months ago. I've been locked up 28 months. So at the time I got locked up and hired Jake, I didn't remember that them reading me no Miranda rights, and that's what I told him when he hired me. I didn't remember that.
But do you remember it now, watching the video?
No, I don't. I don't remember.
All right. I don't.
In which that's what I told Tyler Howard too when we watched it.
Any
Like, I mean,
redirect, Mr. Lockhart? Thank you, sir. You may step down and have a seat with your lawyer. Mr. Lockhart, you may call your next witness. You have any other witnesses?
No further witnesses, Your Honor.
State have any rebuttal witnesses?
Hey, Your Honor.
I'll hear you in argument.
Your Honor, in the motions, I cited case law that I believe is applicable. And I would submit it to the court. First, to all the evidence based on the fact probable cause for a stop. Secondly,
General?
Your Honor, you were able to obviously hear the testimony, see the videos. There's obviously PC for the stop. There was both speeding as well as following too closely here in Dixon County, as well as the fact that Agent D'Arcangelo testified in regards to the speeding and the fact that Mr. Huggins was involved in a wire and he observed a drug transaction. All that had been communicated to the trooper. There was probable cause for a stop. Your Honor, obviously this search involved the smell of marijuana, Mr. Huggins being nervous, and the fact that Mr. Huggins admits there's a joint in the vehicle. So the search, Your Honor, is sufficient. There's a basis for the search due to all of those elements. Also, prior to even searching, Your Honor, Mr. Huggins voluntarily admits that all the items that he had asked about were going to be in the vehicle. In regards to the statements, Judge, I mean, it's all on video. You can see it for yourself. He was read his Miranda warnings. He agreed to it. He signed it on video, and he gave full statements in regards to his involvement in this case, Judge. So I would ask that you deny the motion to suppress.
Well, in determining whether or not there is an illegal search and seizure, the court, first of all, has to determine whether or not there was probable cause for the stop. And while you can isolate the trooper's actions and try to say that he had no basis in stopping the individual, this was one continuous following of a person who was involved in a drug transaction. The proof before the court is that there was a wiretap that was intercepting a communication between the defendant and a suspect that they had under observation for drug trafficking, that information supplied that that the defendant was going to come and make a drug transaction. They observed his vehicle there at the target house where they were observing and searching. And after observing what they appeared to be a drug transaction with the target individual carrying something out and putting it into the car, they then began following the defendant's vehicle. As they began to follow the defendant's vehicle and commenced the following in Davidson County on the interstate, the proof was that there was a high speed, more or less, that the defendant's vehicle started traveling an extremely high and dangerous rate of speed. And at that point, the TBI agent then contacted the Highway Patrol after being unsuccessful in getting Metro to step in to try to pull over the vehicle. And under those circumstances, the court found that there was probable cause to stop the vehicle, even though it was probable cause observed by Agent Dark Angel, that the trooper, following Dark Angel's information about the drug transaction being involved and the speed of this vehicle, pulled the vehicle over with probable cause. In addition to that, he did testify in it that he observed the vehicle traveling too closely to the vehicle in front of him and that he was traveling in excess of the speed limit. The speed limit may have been more of a verifiable reason to stop the vehicle than the following too closely as you get off the interstate. But in any event, this court is of the opinion that under the law, the initial following and chase, if you want to call it that, of the defendant's vehicle, which commenced with observing a drug transaction in Metro Nashville and then following the vehicle into Dixon County, that the trooper was acting on probable cause information supplied by the TBI agent, and as a result of that, he was entitled to pull the vehicle over and investigate it further. Upon pulling over the vehicle, he smelled the odor of marijuana. That gave him probable cause to search the vehicle further if he chose to do so, and the court would agree that the defendant volunteered a substantial amount of information that would give additional probable cause for the search of the vehicle there on the scene. And as a result of that, I find that the search at the scene was a warrantless search, but it was a search that was accomplished by sufficient probable cause to make it a constitutional search. In addition to that, the motion to suppress as to the search on the scene is therefore denied. In addition to that, the motion to suppress the statements made by the defendant, certainly the statements on the scene were not Mirandized, but by the same token, they were most of the incriminating statements were made by the defendant voluntarily and not as a result of interrogation, in custodial interrogation. Statements made at the Drug Task Force interview, again, when the agents walked into the room and just asked, "How you doing?" the defendant just started regurgitating all of this information about how this all took place and what he should have done and how he should have tossed the drugs out of the window of the car and so forth and so on. That's fairly incriminating. And as a result of that, they stopped him and gave him the Miranda warnings. This court has observed the Miranda warnings being given. The court observed the document being handed to the defendant. The court observed the defendant signing that Miranda warning form. And the court also observed him signing the form for the consent after being discussed with the agents and interviewing him. The court has looked at the two documents, and in this court's opinion, those two documents bear the identical signatures. There's just a difference in the ink that was used, or one is a little bolder than the other, but the signature themselves is identical in this court's opinion. I'm not a handwriting expert, but it appears to this court that those are the same signatures. As far as the other issues that Mr. Hudgens has raised regarding the discrepancies in the videos and so forth, that is not an issue that this court finds is compelling enough to require a suppression of all evidence in the case. Obviously, if there's some problem with the information or copies that were given to the defendant, then that can be resolved by comparison of the information copies given to him before trial. But This court is of the opinion that the motion to suppress should be denied, and therefore I deny the motion to suppress. You can tell when we're here too late when they start turning off the lights, so. All right. Then the court finds that the motion is not well taken and denies the motion to suppress, and there will need to be a written order. General, do you mind drafting an order with those findings? All right, is this case set for trial?